It's an entertainment factor for me, and I will be known as and remembered as one of the most entertaining fighters that ever did it. And I'm content with what just happened, as stupid and crazy as that sounds. I felt so comfortable in there, so good, the best I've ever felt. I'm ready. I'm ready to do it again, as stupid as that sounds.
Hey, bro, he had a 10-minute still. Dude. What did him? 7? Yeah, I never seen a guy take that many shots. That was some hard shots, too. I heard him a couple. He heard the Roy Jones on him. He heard me with something behind you. Was it whenever I went against the fist arrest? Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, I thought it hurt. I think he hit me behind the ear. I don't know. That's what, because all of a sudden it looked like he was really tired. I'm like, did he get hit? He's hurt. Yeah, I could see something. Again, Reed, another one. Every time I do it, every time I go out there. Beautiful.
Backstage with Dustin Poirier. Dustin, I don't even know how to start this interview, but I have to say that was an incredible fight. You really proved something out there tonight. How are you physically feeling right now?
I'm busted up. They think I might have broke my left hand. Obviously, my eye's cut. I got poked in the eye a couple times as well. My right leg's pretty busted up. Another round, I would have been in trouble. Another round of kicks, I would have been in trouble. I'm glad I landed that big shot when I did. But, that's fighting.
You obviously have your eyes on the prize. You want that belt. You want the 155-pound title. Why do you believe that you should be next in line and face Khabib?
I've just been putting in the work. I've earned it. I've fought champion after champion. And here's another, former champion, not UFC, but still good quality opponents. And I've earned it. I don't deserve anything. I've earned it. And this is my 20th fight in the UFC, 2 in the WC. I've been paying my dues for years and years and years. And now it's time.
And we hope that happens, because that would be such an entertaining fight. Dustin, it's always a pleasure to watch your performance and honor. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
I know last time you were a little disappointed in your cardio. How did you feel about it?
It felt so good in there. I did everything I could. There's nothing more I could have done. I couldn't have worked harder. I couldn't have swam more. I couldn't have ran more. I couldn't have biked more. I was ready, and I'm fighting guys at the highest level. Every single fight right now is the best in the world. And, matchups make fights out. That was a great matchup for me. And, I was landing power shots.
Gaethje has to be one of the best leg kickers MMA has ever seen.
Knockdown, big right hand. Unbelievable. Oh!
He's hurt. Dustin Poirier's hurt.
Big elbow landed.
So you really like to entertain based on the crowd's reaction tonight. Are you really happy with what you did?
Hey, you tell me. Was that entertaining?
Yeah.
Exactly. Every single time I fight, it will be that. I want the biggest fights possible. Coming off 2 losses, that's hard to say, but you want to see me fight. And if you don't see me fight live, you will regret it when I'm done. And it's not going to be very long. I got about 5 left.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Oh, a fight for the ages in Glendale.
What a war. Over this past week, fight week, every day when I laid down in bed, I kind of thought about the possibilities this fight could take, and I knew I was going to have to dig down deep. I knew trouble would present itself, but I just stayed tough and believed in myself, and we got it done.
You gotta be kidding me. It does not get a whole lot better than this.
Thiago Alves, before we walked out there, said when he gets too happy with that leg kick, let's plant and throw something down the middle. And that's what we did.
Oh! Big left hand lands by Poirier.
Gaethje's hurt bad.
Gaethje nearly out on his feet. He's looking for the finish here. Dustin Poirier by knockout.
This is an unforgiving sport, and I don't recommend it to my enemy. But it's what I was born and bred to do.
Years and years ago, my wife, she would drive me to weigh-ins. We would sleep in broken down motels, fight the next day, just me and her. I just want to go to sleep with that belt around my waist one night and tell my wife I did it.
Is going to be rocking tonight. Ravens and Saints. Jackson looking to throw. He's got it. Been in this game over like it's as if I'm living the nightmare. Ravens have made it look easy so far tonight. It's the Baltimore Ravens will walk out of here with their 6th win of the year. Sean J. Willimax on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app at Sirius XM Channel 80 and your smart speakers, ESPN2. What else? You can download the podcast. Where else?
Talk about what?
Where else? There's lots of stuff we're on. We're presented by Progressive Insurance. Good morning, Key. Good morning, Jay.
Is somebody else producing today?
Why?
Is Shannon not
I
producing?
got about
today?
like 9.
No, Shannon's on it today.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why are you
5,
looking at your
6,
paper
7,
like
8,
you
9.
need some bifocals?
I got 9. No, I've got 9.
You're saying something was very thorough, so you didn't think it was Shannon? What
No,
are you
it's
trying to
just
say?
9. I've never had 9 pieces of a rundown. It's always been like 4.
Today's an extensive show. We got a lot to cover.
Lot to cover.
So I had to wonder who was. I thought producer Justin might have been doing it.
You, by the way, you could be a part of Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max Nation. 888-SAY-ESPN, 729-3776. ESPN Nation's presented by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. Guys.
Basketball started last night. Look, I just wanted to hijack the whole segment.
Yeah,
It felt
look at
so
you.
Good. I'm
Look
like
at
scratching myself over here. Basketball.
The Lakers lost. Lots of stuff happened, but we begin, Jay. We begin.
College basketball.
Yeah.
Nova first half cover. Ooh.
Yates is happy because Nova covered in the first half. Yeah.
36 and a half.
Congrats,
I
Kings.
don't know what-
Again. Moving on to the Ravens, Max. Take it away.
That's fine. We never felt that we was going to win. LeBron didn't even play.
Just watching AD at the post presser is depressing, but moving on.
So Ham said these guys are not rookies a couple days
Y'all
ago.
just
He's not
wasted
right.
60 seconds on talking about the Lakers. Come on now.
It makes me feel
So remember yesterday when we're picking the game? Here's the thing. I felt like I knew the Ravens were going to win because I don't care what anyone says. Wins and losses are a quarterback stat. Yes, the defense showed up for the Ravens. That made no one could do it by themselves. I know all that. What I'm saying is every year, the great quarterbacks, almost every year, like Rodgers having a bad year, that's the exception that proves the rule. But the great quarterbacks, you look at the win-loss record. It's always high. It's always good. So here's a game. A lot of people picking against Lamar. Lamar's not going to let them lose that game. And that first,
that was like a lot of people picking against Lamar.
Yes, a lot of people picked against Lamar. I was on it. This is not the only show I do.
Yeah, so
people picking against Lamar.
Yeah, those people on whatever shows you was on, obviously, is oblivious.
No,
Saints to win.
Football insiders. I'm telling you. The point is
names. We want names, man.
Okay, I will tell you. I want to say
like that was a
Mike
blanket
T and
Mike Tannenbaum.
And someone else, but Mike T is going to be on the show later today. He can talk for himself.
And we'll talk to him about
the point is this:
it's called
from the very beginning of Key, Lamar Jackson wasn't going to let him lose that game.
No,
right? And the defense absolutely played their part. But this is why you look at his win-loss record.
Roquan Smith was big for him. Like I said yesterday, getting him, Max, shoring up the tackling. They were struggling tackling people.
Holiday was a beast too.
That was big for him.
But that makes a difference when the middle is shoring up. Right now, you can get him off the edge.
He did it. He threw the ball 22 times. Stayed right within what I like for certain situations. And he only passed for $1 and some change, $130 something and some change. If he could have got closer to 200, I think we would have accepted that even more. They ran the ball extremely well. They played defense.
And that
he gonna win all your games.
That feathery touch, like. Arm talent, it's not just about can you zip it in, which he can do, but that touchdown pass to light. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
fell into his
you
hand.
Can see it, You can see when you can see it coming, and that therefore you could judge it a certain way with your hand-eye coordination. Sometimes when the ball gets up on you too fast and you're not ready for it, but when it's just it's like a backyard throw, like you throwing to your kids in the backyard. And when he needs to rip it in there, he knows how to rip it in there.
Can I say something, Key? Here's my biggest takeaway last night. Like I know that this defense and what it can do with McDonald as a DC, it took some time, right, from Wink to remove himself for this defense to really coming around. Offense, I'm watching the Manning cast last night, and Sean Payton is on there dropping dimes, talking about him and Lamar Jackson both going to be free agents, what that means. But he was talking a lot about the vertical game. And I'm seeing guys like Likely. I'm seeing guys like Duvernay. I'm seeing the talent. And I'm just wondering, right? This team could win a Super Bowl if they just get you one more piece to unlock it. And I know OBJ the other day gave us 4 teams, the Bills, the Packers, the Cowboys, and potentially the Giants. But why aren't the Ravens on this list? It feels like he would be the one over-the-top receiver that would unlock Lamar Jackson. And once again, I just find myself asking, when are they going to give this dude a number 1 wideout?
Yeah, OBJ not a good fit.
Why not? Why wouldn't he be a good fit for this team?
He blocks. He does whatever you want him to do.
He does all that stuff.
He's only a good fit in teams that want to throw the football to utilize his talent. If you got OBJ out there, you're forced to have to throw him the football. Now you taking touches away from everybody else. If I only got 45 plays in a game and I'm giving 12 of them to OBJ, I'm taking the ball out of other people's hands. He's good for Dallas. He's good for Buffalo. Teams that already got other receivers that's established. That's why. Has nothing to do with
explain. Can you get into that? Explain why, if a team, Jay's point, and I totally agree, and this is something you've been saying forever, but especially to me in this modern NFL, like this NFL, the alpha receiver is so. Look what AJ Brown has done for the Eagles.
But that's not where OBJ is at in his career.
You're saying he's not at that level anymore.
OBJ is right where he was last year. Who was the main guy? The main guy was Cooper Kupp. Okay, then it was Robert Woods. Robert Woods got hurt. Now OBJ slid into a certain role. We saw shock value with OBJ. So the first thing you're thinking about, right, is, oh my God, OBJ, he can do it. He can do it. I'm not saying he can't add something to them, but that offense won't allow them to maximize OBJ's talent.
But can't you make a case that for him coming back, that offense might be one of the best things for him? Because look, he's not going to be your number one option, but he'll be an option because of the way they play.
But the receivers are only getting 2 and 3 touches, Jay.
So let's talk about the receivers.
Opportunities.
Let's talk about the receivers. No Andrews, no Bateman, right? So I think that's a reason a lot of people thought, I'm telling you, I was talking to people yesterday who thought they're going to lose. They're down receivers just as the defense is coming back, etc. So Lamar, was it part of the plan without those guys to spread the ball to a lot of different targets, which is what wound up happening?
Yeah, that's what we've been practicing on. Getting our guys the ball, let them knife up the field and get as much yards as they can. Like I said, though, we missed some opportunities though from those guys making plays. But yeah, that was the game plan.
So if that's the formula, Key, Jay, to spread it around, I still agree with Jay, whether or not it's OBJ. To me, you put A.J. Brown on a physical receiver who can do a lot of things on the Ravens, they win the Super Bowl, right? That's what. If that changes the way they do things, maybe it's not a good idea.
I'm talking about OBJ though.
You're saying what's best for OBJ?
Taking a A.J. Brown and dropping him, a player like that, into that Ravens system. Now you're getting ready to build that whole offense around him, starting in training.
Okay, wait.
camp.
He's not objecting to your philosophy, Jay. He's saying that OBJ is not good enough to be that guy anymore, to be the guy you want him to be.
But you don't have to build the whole offense around him. Your offense is already set. He just utilizes a big time weapon that can be factored into the offense. You don't have to force feed him the ball.
You're not going to get. It's a waste. Is all I'm saying. Let's say the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, they gonna put the ball in the first receiver's hands, the second receiver's hands, the tight end, the third
surprising
receiver.
for you to say that, Key, because you're the type of guy, when you played, if you got 42 yards, whatever, but your team won as a result, like OBJ, wouldn't he be, to Jay's point, the kind of guy whose presence on the field would help you win, whether or not he got a lot of receptions?
It could go that way, but in this particular offense, he got to touch the ball. You can't have him out there just standing around. It's a waste for him. Why would he go there to just stand around? He can go
better off with another tight end or something.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
So you're saying the system is the reason why the Ravens have never gotten a number one wideout? Because if you're number one wideout, you want touches. You're never going to get the rock. That's what you're. That's pretty much what you're telling me.
If you draft a guy or you pay a guy in free agency to come there, you're going to help him from an offensive standpoint.
Then if I'm Lamar Jackson, I can't stay there.
Yeah. By the way,
what do you? I can't rock with this.
You didn't hear what Hollywood Brown said? Hollywood Brown said one of the reasons he wanted to leave had nothing to do with Lamar. It has something to do with the way that they utilize his talent.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm out.
It's a guy, you got to get a guy who's already somehow made all his money, but is still really good and the whole thing. All right,
we have a chance to win the Super Bowl, and I see OBJ, it doesn't work.
I've been a part of a lot of giveaways on the radio and stuff. They were asking us, like, what should we give away on Keyshawn, J. Will, Max,
some
to
of
the
your
listeners?
money. I said
it was cash money. The bottom line is we all said the same thing. What is this, a joke? Cash. Give them cash. So we're giving away every hour of the show starting Thursday, this day after tomorrow. We're giving away $2,500 every hour of the show. It's $10,000 every show. Every hour of KJM, someone's winning $2,500. You just got to listen for the winning word. All right. By the way, Jeff Saturday is the interim coach of the Indianapolis Colts.
What? It's the National Football League, man. Anything could happen.
Wasn't he just in the studio?
He was just Jeff. If you think this means you don't have to show up, there's going to be a fine. He's late. He's supposed to be here already.
Oh,
I called him yesterday. He sent me straight to voicemail. I was like, "Don't you play that coach role on me?
Oh,
Don't
forget
you
it.
do that to me, Jeff."
You're going to have to go through his people now. You got to go through Saturday's people.
I'll tell you when we come back.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio.
The Colts fired Coach Frank Reich in the middle of his 5th season with the team. One day after one of Indy's worst offensive performances in 25 years.
You have Gus Bradley, you have John Fox, and we're turning to Jeff Saturday.
This is Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free. Free monsters, free bosses, any footlong for free. This guy loves a great offer, so let's see some hustle.
This holiday, make no mistake, everything here is Philadelphia cheesecake. Cheesecake is everything. Make your own.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
It's like he's built different or something.
You better bust that if you're going to spin the diamond forward. Michael Chandler.
Can you really live with knowing you never tasted McRib sauce? Well, you have until November 20th to decide during the McRib Farewell Tour. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Why pay over $100 a month for cable when it's half the cost for Fubo TV? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Try free at FuboTV.com.
NetSpend notification?
Yep, just got paid. Direct deposit to my NetSpend card. Got my money 2 days faster than I used to with a paper check, which means I can finally get a puppy.
Car insurance, sofa, utilities, massage, rent. Maybe you can pay your bills on time for a change.
NetSpend All Access Account, an FDIC insured account for your everyday mobile banking needs. No cost to open, no credit check, and no minimum balance. Get started today at netspend.com.
She's eating the rocket.
Lunchables, built to be eaten. This might be the most emotionally charged match of the modern era.
So Black Girl Hockey Club is all about building a community within the community.
A heart-pounding atmosphere.
This is the loudest it has ever been here.
If a medicine is expensive, patients aren't going to buy it. If it's not affordable, it's staying at the pharmacy. So GoodRx is wonderful to help patients. It's definitely great for people who don't have insurance, but for people who do have insurance like me, it's great for people like that too, because I have like a high deductible insurance plan. And so, paying $100 for a medication is ridiculous, even for a doctor.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We design smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology, exclusively from Simply Safe for faster police response. Because in here, your safety is the only thing that matters. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
The Colts fired Coach Frank Reich in the middle of his 5th season with the team. One day after one of Indy's worst offensive performances in 25 years.
You have Gus Bradley, you have John Fox, and we're turning to Jeff Saturday to be the interim coach for the rest of the season?
Let's go, Jeff.
Why?
Let's go, Jeff.
I'm rooting for him.
He's really smart. I think he's insightful. I think he can lead men. I mean, just completely shocked and floored. And I think over time, he'll do a really good job.
I got a big stash for the Saturday.
I used to wake up to this one. I had that whole Luda album in the little alarm clock radio when I was hosting around the horn. This is how I used to jump out of bed. Luda, no question. So the Colts fire Frank Reich and name our very own Jeff Saturday interim coach. It's one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. I want 50-yard line seats, coach. I need 4. Keyshawn J. Willimax, ESPN Radio. Guys, so immediately, of course, people are like, Jeff Saturday, where'd that come from, right? Interim coach. And Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts, was asked about it. And here he is defending the hire of Jeff Saturday as interim head coach of the Colts.
He has tons of experience. He knows this game inside and out with relationships with coaches and players, and has been a consultant for us for several years, a paid consultant, informing Chris and I and other people in the organization, his opinions. So to me, I know people can, look out and see it and ask that question. But, that doesn't surprise me. I understand. I don't know how to make sausage. I don't know what goes into sausage. But I do know how to build a football team because I've been around for 52 years.
Look, when you think about like baseball, the managers a lot of times are catchers, right? Because the catcher has to understand the whole game. Even if they're not stars, they're catchers. The center on an offensive line, especially a championship team offensive line, got to know a lot of what's going on, Key. Right? It's not like that might translate very well to coaching.
Yeah, Jeff is a little bit different, though. Offensive linemen, historically, from just what you just said, popped in my mind, they haven't really been great head coaches, so to speak. Mm-hmm. But Jeff is different. Look, I don't know why he has to defend the hire. If that's what he wants to do, it's your damn team. You hire who you want to. Now, I understand he hasn't gone through the gauntlet of coaching, so to speak, at the professional level. That's okay. His staff is still intact. What he's basically going there for is to survey the land, take a look at everything, get the eyes there to understand the culture and what needs to change. Jeff is not going there to try to turn it around and win 8 straight games because It ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And I got a text yesterday morning saying, wow, you're not going to believe what's getting ready to happen. But never said what it was, right? They texted me and they said, wow, you're not going to believe what's happened. Some of the craziest blankety blank that you've ever going to see in the NFL. I said, what? Man, you got to tell me. They said, no, it's coming down. Don't worry about it. And then it was the Jeff news. I'm good with it. I texted him yesterday. And I said, ooh, I can't wait. I'm going to torch your ass when I get there. Ooh, I can't wait.
I'm going to take care of him. I'm telling you right now, zero objectivity. I'm taking care of him.
Every little mistake, Jay. I'm just giddy. Soon as something goes wrong, it's Saturday's fault.
But see, for me, when I heard the news yesterday, I was shocked, obviously. But it's like Steve Wilkes, right? When he got the job with the Panthers. Okay, somebody that was internal, understands how everything is going to work. For me, when I hear Jeff Saturday coming in, it's like, oh, they need a fresh set of eyes.
100%.
They need somebody that, has has familiarity with the organization, but hasn't been in that locker room 24/7 that can then come in and say, all right, like everybody's on the chopping block, pretty much.
Yes.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, who knows if he even wants to coach long term? But the point is, you get someone in there who can see it from the inside out. Now you can say, okay, this is what we need to do going forward.
And you put your team in a better position to get one of these young quarterbacks in the draft without the league sniffing down your back saying that, okay, if I leave Frank Reich in as the head coach, Frank Reich's trying to win, one, right? He's going to try to win. Two, if he all of a sudden doesn't start winning and it just go, now you got to fire him at the end of the season, but you kept him there, which says that he's not going to do that because he's going to try to win. So you might as well yank him out, put in Jeff. Now there's a little bit of chaos, there's a little bit of disarray. Team starts to do that, you get your number one pick, and nobody says it.
And nobody has job security. A lot of people like questioning job security now.
Jeff Saturday. Now let's Jay.
real, man.
Jay, this is what I've really been waiting for. You know how Key always gives the critique and then says this is how they should have talked at the press conference. This is the answer they should have gotten. Ooh. Now Jeff goes from media, went from Super Bowl champion, all pro to media. Now from media to coach. So he would answer certain questions a certain way on the air, right? Now he has to answer it as head coach. So, coach, tell us about getting this opportunity.
Shocked would be an understatement, right? Shocked would be an understatement. So, yeah, we had the conversation and it escalated quickly. I feel fully capable, excited about the opportunity. 8 games to, listen, here's a great part about my career. I came in, nobody expected anything. I'm here, nobody expects anything. If it goes well, hopefully it'll go extremely well. But I have no preconceived notion that I'm going to be some spectacular anything. I know I got to work hard, and I'm auditioning not only for this one, but for 31 others, just like everybody else in this game.
I don't mind it though, man. I'm all with it 100%. I think he's probably a better fit as a front office executive, one of the general manager type roles, to being able to identify talent opposed to coaching. I'd like to see him do that, I think, more so, just because that part of the job is a little more less stress than being on the side.
I don't know why anyone would want to coach. It's so much work.
Yeah, I get it's a rebuild. So a lot of people in India have been talking about this for a while, right? Like if it didn't work out with Carson Wentz and you replaced Matt Ryan, Chris Ballard's job isn't safe either. Like it's a rebuild. That's the direction that this team is going. So what do you do with, Jonathan Taylor? What do you do with Pittman? Like there's a lot of pieces now that are on the table for a rebuild.
More than that, let's back it up and talk about Jeff for a second, guys. Do you hear the way he answered that question? You said you don't mind it. I loved it. Let me tell you why. Jay is Giants fans. When Daboll came in, what did we hear? The difference between Joe Judge and whoever else and Daboll. Daboll's not putting on an act. He's comfortable in his own skin. You can hear, he has to answer certain things a certain way, but he's authentic. You hear that answer from Jeff? Just to the guy. He's just, he's being authentic.
The players are going to play for him, but he has enough of the fight back to get their attention. Like he's not a friendly players coach to the point where they just going to run him over. He's not going to have that happen, right? He knows how to get tough and also give love at the same time.
Yeah. Jeff is a nice guy. He ain't soft, though. There's a big difference.
He knows he knows what the job entails. And I know a lot of people are questioning, how could he climb the ladder so fast? What about the Rooney Rule? What about some of those sort of things? And the Rooney Rule does not apply until the end of the season for a team. Mm-hmm. So,
nor for an interim coach, I don't think.
No,
right?
It doesn't apply at all. They can go hire whoever they want to. At the end of the season, they've now got to interview minority candidates to take the job permanently.
We lost Jeff. We're going to lose Key next, Jay.
Why would you lose me?
Key ain't going to – no, Key's a GM. Key ain't no coach.
I think he'd be a great coach.
I don't want to be the GM either.
Key's an owner. We're an ownership group.
They wouldn't let me in the room.
We want to hear from you. It's okay. I'll front the group, Key. We'll be fine. We want to hear from you. Who is the biggest disappointment in the NFL this season? Is it the Colts, the Packers? What about the Rams? But first, this word from Omega Accounting. Small business owners, lend us your ears. You may have overpaid on your payroll taxes during COVID. If you continued to pay employee wages during the pandemic, Omega Accounting Solutions may be able to help you recover a refund, listen to this, of up to $26,000. But here's the kicker. Per employee. Schedule a free 10-minute call with Omega to find out whether or not you qualify. It is that simple. Call 800-704-2000 with any ERC questions, 800-704-2000, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com before the filing window closes or funds run out. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
Say my name again, Max.
What do you think I said?
The way you emphasize Keyshawn.
Keyshawn.
It wasn't just like Keyshawn. You know, you're like Keyshawn. Oh, he got that swag like that.
This is Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
It's like he's built different or something. Carla Esparza is the champion of the world. Power shot from Sean Whaley. You better bust that if you don't blow that. Austin the Diamond Poirier. Michael Chandler.
How does Popeye's chicken sandwich get so crunchy, juicy, and tasty? We make everything with love. Make your taste buds dance for $4.49. We make the Popeye's Cajun turkey with love too. Order it while you still can.
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum,
Out here, there's no shortage of beautiful things. But when you have the capability to go anywhere and do anything, you realize there's nothing more beautiful than freedom.
Shop and buy online with Jeep eShop. And now during the Jeep Black Friday sales event, get $1,000 bonus cash allowance, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free. Free monsters, free bosses, any footlong for free. This guy loves a great offer, so let's see some hustle.
I went to the Experian Marketplace. I got pre-approved for a great credit card.
With Experian and this new travel card that I got through them, I'm out of here. I'm on my way to Thailand.
Experian can help you find credit cards, get your free FICO score, then see your card offers. Download the Experian app now.
This season, Sling has the channel lineup to channel your college football. So you can catch the Hail Marys, witness every miracle, see the big games and the bowl games for less. Channel your football with Sling TV.
The first time you connected your website and your store was also the first time you realized
we can do anything. Cheesecake cookies? The Chookie.
Manage all your sales from one place with a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy, tools and support for every small business first.
Everyone is ready for Monday Night Football. You already know what time it is. Because you have to be ready for an NFC East clash. You take advantage of the moment. Washington is set to take command. Remember what we do and why we do it. While the Eagles are determined to stay undefeated. Come on, baby. Let's go. The Washington Commanders meet Hurts and the Eagles.
Show the world what it means to be a fan at Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
A job well done deserves the perfect thank you. So you planned that thank you thinking of every detail with the promotional product experts at 4imprint. They had the items you were looking for, printed your logo perfectly, and guaranteed your order would arrive on time. And now, did you get it right? You most certainly did. When the moment needs to be just right, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
As the Bespoke Postman, I only deliver one high-quality package from Bespoke Post, and it's all been tested by me. Discover the best small brands in the world at BespokePost.com.
Tonight on election night, this is what arenas throughout the NBA will look like. Empty. But don't be fooled by the quiet. The NBA is sending what they hope is a very loud message to its fans. Vote.
The idea being that if folks aren't watching basketball, then hopefully they are participating in our democracy.
The league was heavily involved in 2020, and this year the NBA deliberately shifted its schedule and is holding no games on Election Day, with all 30 teams hosting what they called a civic engagement night the day before. Historically, younger people are less likely to vote, but they have just as much of a stake as anyone.
We are here today to really help these students, some of them for the first time, cast their ballot.
At the end of the day, we are citizens. When we leave this job, we still endure the same laws and rules that everybody else has to endure. And a lot of us have family that can't speak up and can't necessarily fend for themselves. You know, voting is one way that we can make a difference, and we try to push that as best we can.
Teams are jumping in, whether it's the Wizards registering voters on the concourse at games or the Heat helping organize 500 young voters cast their ballots early in Miami. Other players are amplifying the message too. Boston guard Grant Williams showing himself last month flying back home to North Carolina to vote. The Warriors' Steph Curry has been especially active, letting his 17 million Twitter followers make sure their critical voice doesn't go unheard.
There's one day bigger than Sunday, Election Day.
The NFL is also putting its considerable heft behind its own league-wide campaign, NFL Votes. In Chicago, the Bears are helping to educate and encourage voting both inside and outside Hallis Hall. Fans were even able to drop off completed ballots at Soldier Field last Sunday.
Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure to go vote.
Jackson will keep it. Sweeps to the right, looking to throw. Now he lobs it at the 10. He's got a man open. Touchdown Ravens. Isaiah Likely slipped behind the secondary, and the Ravens strike first in New Orleans.
The Ravens won their third straight game, beating the Saints 27-13 on Monday night. Baltimore had one of its most impressive defensive performances of the season. Roquan Smith shows up, look at that, limiting the Saints to just 243 yards of offense. Lamar Jackson threw his 100th career touchdown pass, becoming just the second Ravens quarterback to reach the mark. Meantime, Bills quarterback Josh Allen is being evaluated for a right elbow injury, a source told ESPN's Chris Mortensen. Josh Allen suffered the injury during the last drive of the team's 20-17 loss to the Jets. His status is uncertain for the team's game against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. The Lakers lost to the Jazz 139-116 last night, falling to 2-8 on the season. The Lakers have lost each of their last 3 games by at least 14 points and sit 14th in the Western Conference. LeBron James sat out with discomfort in his left foot. SportsCenter is brought to you by eBay Motors. We all know the game isn't over till it's over, so next time you need parts for your car, don't call it quits. Go to eBay Motors. They have 122 million parts to take your car into overtime. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
I'm the smartest guy in the box, so I like that too.
Keys Real Rankings.
Oh, here we go. It's that time. Keyshawn J. Willimax, ESPN Radio. These rankings are brought to you by Dell. For your small business needs, call a Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. What you got this week, Key?
Well, my rankings is all over the place this week because teams did some good stuff, some bad stuff.
That's every
week. And it just makes me think that, okay, I can move stuff around. I don't want to stay the same. But when the Buffalo Bills lose, this is what you get. Knock it down for me there, Yates.
Number 10.
So when you sit at number 10, I stretched it. Last week I had 17s. Now I got 10. I couldn't leave the New York Giants out at all.
That's right.
They're sitting at number 10 in my real rankings. Look, they've done a good job. They wasn't going to beat Seattle. It just wasn't going to happen on the road. We'll take that and run with it. Saquon Barkley and company is still in the mix.
Number 9.
The New York Jets are at number 9, just slightly above the New York Giants. But look, 2 teams in the top 10 in the same state. That's a big plus as far as I'm concerned.
State's New Jersey, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too.
Watch your mouth, Max.
Why'd I give you a compliment?
And the Jets also took care of business against the Buffalo Bills, which many people didn't think they would. The young quarterback certainly played well enough to win. They ran the ball. They played defense. They're sitting at number 9.
Number 8.
Number 8 are the Seahawks. The Seahawks dropped a little bit down. They were number 7 last week, and that's because I added some other teams that continue to keep winning football games. Seattle will be around in the end. This, as Stephen A. would say, it's fluid. These things change every other day. But Geno Smith, oh my God, he is balling out of control. They went to the big toaster in the desert, took care of business against the Arizona Cardinals. They sit at number 8.
I had to tell you before the season he was going to be okay.
Number 7.
It's
The 8th parallel.
Those boys are holding on by their fingernails. And they need what only we can give them.
Ready, set, hit it!
We're going to give them hell.
Devotion, rated PG-13, in theaters November 23rd.
If you're loud, be louder. If you stand out, stand strong. And if you got the devil on your shoulder, take him for a ride.
When you're feeding 500 people every day, there's no room for error. That's why I love Made in Cookware. As a chef and a restaurant owner, I'm as meticulous about my cookware as I am about my ingredients. Each pan they make isn't just designed to perform, it's crafted to last. But cookware is just as important on nights where I'm feeding 3. As a mom, I love that I can trust Made In. It's made from the world's finest materials, so I can feel good about what I'm feeding my family.
Hi, I'm Curtis, 42. I've got a steady job, homeowner, pretty good credit. I max out my 401k every month.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity. Now it's easy to help protect yourself. LifeLock helps detect identity threats. If there's a problem, we work to fix it. Backed by our $1 Million Protection Package.
This is the dark web?
I think so.
Is anyone else concerned about this?
Identity theft protection starts here at LifeLock.com.
Nobody does anything perfectly the first time, or the second, even the third. We learn from mistakes. But when it comes to retirement planning, who can afford mistakes? Smart Asset can help you avoid those unpleasant mishaps with a free guide, The 7 Crucial Mistakes of Retirement Planning. We also match you with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors who can help you achieve your retirement goals. Using Smart Asset is free with no obligation. Discover what others learned the hard way at smartasset.com.
What did you expect? Did you think you could relax? Or had you convinced yourself some records were forever? That you'd seen everything there was to see? Or have you realized you can't look away and you don't know the future and that the game has never been better? That is hockey.
So, what do you think?
We're prepared to offer cash.
When you get great deals at Denny's,
$5.99.
You'll start to expect great deals everywhere. New all-day diner deals starting at $5.99. 10 delicious meals only at Denny's.
When the hands that do the fixing need fixing. When the hands that do the caring need caring. That's a job for O'Keeffe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 selling hand cream and guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's Lip Repair.
The big interview. Don't be nervous. You took classes from Yale and Google.
I'm ready.
You're more than ready. So let's do this. With over 5,000 courses and degrees from world-class institutions on Coursera. Learn without limits.
As the Bespoke Postman, I only deliver one high-quality package from Bespoke Post, and it's all been tested by me. Discover the best small brands in the world at BespokePost.com.
The time is upon us. SportsCenter's top plays. Number 10, Fred. Trailblazers Heat, Damian Lillard to Josh Hart. You gotta have a heart. Bangs home the three and the win for the Blazers. Miles and miles of heart. Ice water in the old vein as he drains that one. Blazers, good start.
Yeah, no TO, just ran the play. Get it done. Rockets, Magic. Cage! Martin! Reaching new heights. Meet me at the rim. Wow.
Number 8, Memphis Grizzlies, Boston Celtics. Ja Morant. Some people call him Ja. I like to call him J.A. Puts the moves on Grant Williams and then finishes. Yeah, look at another one. So Coach Melrose can comment on the replay. There it is. Good player. Grizzlies, though, lost.
Notre Dame women's hoops. Northern Illinois. Notre Dame Dara Mabry crossing over. Oh, no look to Maddie Westfeld for the easy 2. The Irish. Nice and beautiful. Easy 40-point win.
Number 6, Pelicans Pacers. And my thought is if this is a Zion Williamson dunk, then the next 5 will also be other equally impressive Zion Williamson's dunks, most of them from his time at Duke. Look at the big fella. Get on up there and eat. Feed him up.
More NBA. Jazz.
Oh, not Zion.
Lakers. THT. Taylor Horton. Tucker throwing it down. It wasn't Zion, but it was Zion-like with authority. Woo! Jazz roll.
Number 4, Caps Oilers. Good game here. Alex Ovechkin, look at him just holding off the defender, right? He's just thick down below in the cakes. Gets it to Yevgeny Kuznetsov, who scores, but that's Ovi getting it done. Of course, he also had a goal.
Yeah, more college basketball opening night. Men's, women's across the country. Cal State Northridge. Leilani McIntosh. Got it! Woo! To beat the third quarter buzzer. Take another look there from their Twitter feed. Cal rolls.
Number 2, Raptors and Bulls from the NBA. Scotty Barnes backing down Alex Caruso. Give me the move and then find Nikola Vucevic right there. I mean, he may have backed down Alex, but he abused Vucevic. Aha! Barnes, solid.
Number 1, it's not March yet. It just feels like it. Belmont, Ohio, Cade Tyson. Bowl game. We showed it to you at the top of SportsCenter, and there it is. Tyson with the knockout blow, and Belmont wins 70-69 over the Bobcats.
There's some Bruins. Lamar Jackson, another career milestone. It came on Monday Night Football. He's back. College basketball returns as well. It's SportsCenter from Maine to L.A.
Phil Murphy and Michelle Steele here. We are live with the new SportsCenter in less than 5 minutes. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens run wild to take down the Saints. We will show you how Baltimore's ground game got it done.
And there is concern for a Super Bowl contender. Listen to this. Josh Allen being evaluated for an elbow injury. Adam Schefter has the very latest.
And Steph Curry shows up when the Warriors need him. Why he's close to joining Michael Jordan in elite company.
TV. Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Try free at FuboTV.com.
NetSpend notification?
Yep, just got paid. Direct deposit to my NetSpend card.
Get the NetSpend All Access account for your everyday mobile banking needs. Add cash, checks, and get paid up to 2 days earlier with direct deposit. Get started today at netspend.com.
It all started when we showed up in Austin, waving a Wazoo flag, trying to get game day to come to Pullman. Then it kind of became an obsession. I'm Tom Pounds, and this is the story of the Cougar that wouldn't quit. We flew Old Crimson at every game day. And after 15 years, game day finally came to Washington State.
Godfather of the Crusade!
And I lost my mind. Now we keep doing it because game day isn't just a day, it's a lifestyle.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free. Like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free. Free Monsters, free Bosses, any footlong for free. This guy loves a great offer. So let's see some hustle.
One, two, get loose now.
Get double rewards points this fall. Book now at bestwestern.com.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. Every 15 seconds, our professional monitoring agents receive a call for help.
Police are on their way.
They use Fast Protect technology exclusively from Simply Safe to capture evidence and verify a threat is real, so you can get faster police response. Because in here, your safety is the only thing that matters. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Whenever heartburn strikes, get fast relief with Tums. It's time to love food back.
Show the world what it means to be a fan at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed college fan gear from more than 500 colleges. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Robertson to the right side, hits a shot, save! The first one for Hodges.
The emergency backup goaltender is essentially someone in the arena, someone available who's ready to come into the game in the event of two goaltenders get sick or get injured.
Yes, emergency backup goaltenders, eBugs. It's a situation unique to the National Hockey League. In the NFL, you'd never see an insurance agent stepping in for an injured Tom Brady. In the NBA, accountants don't take the floor for the Golden State Warriors. In the major leagues, groundskeepers are never called upon to pinch hit. But in hockey, Walter Mitty lives.
It creates a sense that anything is possible. I guess that's what's going to separate hockey from all the other sports.
These are guys who all have played goal at some point in their careers or at some point in their lives. They kind of gave up the dream of playing in the NHL until one night they actually got that chance.
It all started on March 4th, 2015. That's when the Florida Panthers lost both goaltenders in a game against Toronto.
Florida Panthers don't have an eligible goaltender in the building.
One of the oddest things we've ever seen in a Florida Panthers game.
After that incident, when the Florida Panthers came this close to being without a goalie, it became mandatory. The NHL would require that at every game an emergency backup be on standby.
Is going to be rocking tonight. Ravens and Saints. Jackson looking to throw. He's got it. Ravens have made it look easy so far tonight. It's the Baltimore Ravens will walk out of here with their 6th win of the year.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio, the ESPN app. Click more on the lower right-hand corner of the app. Scroll down to live radio. You find us right there. We are on ESPNU. We are on your smart speakers. You can download the podcast, Sirius XM Channel 80. We're presented by Progressive Insurance. Good morning, Key. Good morning.
We
Kim.
are everywhere.
We're everywhere.
You can't hide from us.
You cannot.
We're on your iPad.
We're watching you somehow.
AirPods.
We're everywhere.
So,
how are you doing, Max?
I'm doing
good.
Yeah, I'm doing
You doing all right? You
Yeah.
look a little frazzled. No?
Well, you know, it's Tuesday, so you know what that means. Primetime game Sunday, primetime game
Lunar
Monday.
eclipse last night.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't see it.
Who?
Lunar eclipse.
You said who?
I thought you said Luda.
Lunar eclipse.
Luda?
It's
No,
a
it
new,
was
new
a
MC. I haven't heard about him
It
yet.
was all orange and nice, whatever.
Lunar, my friend.
So the Ravens wind up winning. It's their third straight. Roquan Smith paying dividends already. They shut down the New Orleans Saints defensively. And without his top two targets, without second or third best tight end in the game in Mark Andrews, and without Bateman, who was their highest drafted receiver.
Without anybody. Just
nobody.
Yeah, nobody. Well, that's the top.
But
Really.
But the crazy thing is, this is not the first time that this has happened to Lamar.
Yep. Last year was insane.
I was going to say last year, he had nobody at all on either side of the ball, and he still went out there and ripped it.
So what'd he do? 8 different players on his first 8 passes. Think about that. First 8 passes to 8 different guys, and finished with throws to 10 players. So here's the question, Key, because Jay brought it up before, and it's a kind of a theory I have nowadays. You could say it's always been this way. I think it's more this way than ever. Quarterback's obviously the most important player on the team.
Yeah.
The alpha receiver, second most important guy on the squad.
It's always been that way.
And okay, Jay, if you look at what's happened around the league, not only by adding guys, A.J. Brown, look at Jalen Hurts, Jamar Chase, look at Joe Burrow, et cetera, take a guy away. Devontae Adams, now look at Aaron Rodgers, right? So Jay brings it up. He wants to see Lamar Jackson with an alpha receiver. Do the Ravens need a number one?
At some point, they're going to have to. I mean, you